Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, I am Dr. Raman Sau and I am a final year radiology resident. In this video, I will show you 5 very interesting spotter of CT scan of brain in quick time. This video might be helpful for the PG aspirants, including the interns, house staffs and the resident doctors. Please subscribe to my channel for more such interesting videos. So without further delay, let's get on to it. So this is a non-contrast CT scan of brain, and can you find the abnormality? Yes, there is a small calcified granuloma in right frontal lobe, but that is okay. More important finding is dense MCA. So your left MCA is dense, and this is the earliest step of ischemic stroke of brain. Now why hyperdense? Because there is thrombus within the vessels. So hyperdense MCA, your straightforward diagnosis is hyperacute stroke. And hyperacute stroke presents to you less than 24 hours from the onset of the stroke. This is a contrast enhanced CT scan of brain. Why contrast? Because you can see the contrast material within the vessels and the venous sinuses, and you can see the multiple cystic lesions and some hyperdense dot within the cystic lesions. I have marked the findings, and there is no pericystic edema. So your straightforward diagnosis is again neurocysticercosis. So these are the parasitic cyst. This is the cyst, and the hyperdense dot that you can see is the scolex of the tinea. This appearance is called as cyst with dot sign, or dot in the hole sign, or target sign, whatever you can see, or whatever you can call, but just remember the appearance. And there is no edema. In the vesicular stage, there is no edema and the larva is alive. Coming on to the next image, this appearance is called as white cerebellar sign. So the cerebral hemisphere is darker and the cerebellum is white. And the diagnosis is global cerebral edema. Cerebral edema, just remind this, the problem lies in the cerebral hemisphere, not in the cerebellum. Cerebellum is normal, but due to the global cerebral edema, the attenuation of the cerebral hemisphere is hypodense or darker than its normal attenuation. This is a very interesting case. Can you find the abnormality? Compare the right side with the left side. The right lateral ventricle is effaced. Although there is left lateral ventricle, but I cannot see the right lateral ventricle and it is effaced. And to add on to it, there is mild shifting of the falx to the left side. So there must be something on the right side which is pushing the falx to the left side and effacing the right lateral ventricle. And just see one very important finding. On the left cerebral hemisphere, you can see the cortical sulci and the gyri, but on the right side you cannot see the sulci and the gyri on the periphery, or rather it is pushed inward. This is the sulci. So there is something extraaxial which is pushing the cortical sulci inward and effacing the right lateral ventricle, and there is a mass effect on the falx also. So basically this is subacute subdural hematoma. Now your acute hemorrhage appears white or hyperdense, and the chronic hemorrhage appears dark or hypodense, which is close to the attenuation value of the CSF, and subacute bleed is somewhere in between these two, and the attenuation of the subacute hemorrhage is nearly similar to the attenuation value of the brain parenchyma. Coming to the last image, this is very interesting and very easy. Molar tooth sign. So elongated and prominent superior cerebellar peduncle giving the molar tooth appearance. Diagnosis is Joubert syndrome. you for watching. If you have any query, then let me know in the comment section. You can directly inbox me in Instagram. I have given the Instagram ID as well. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. So till then, take care and bye bye.